Good morning, children. Today, let us to start second geography lesson, that is inside our earth. Children, we know outside what is visible, what we have, but what about inside the earth? What is there? You may have curiosity, isn't it? Now, let us to learn what is present, what is there inside the earth. Actually, children, the earth is called our homeland because we are living on the earth. We have constructed our house, homes, shops, everything on the earth, and it is a dynamic planet too. Now, interior of the earth. In this picture, you can see the parts of earth like crust, lithosphere, mantle, core mantle boundary, outer core and inner core. These are the parts of our earth, inside earth. Okay, children? Now let us to see one by one. Actually, the crust is uppermost layer, the first layer which we get over the earth's surface, and this is the thinnest of all the layers, and it is about 35 kilometers on the ocean floors. The main mineral constituents of the continental mass are silica and alumina. Thus, it is called as Cl. Silica as Si, alumina as Al, both together Cl. The ocean crust mainly consists of silica and magnesium. It is therefore called SEMA. Like early, silica's Si, magnesium's Ma, both together SEMA. Next one is mantle. It lies beneath the crust and it extends up to a depth of 2,900 kilometers below the crust. 2,900 kilometers below the crust. Next one is core. Core is the innermost layer and its radius is about 3,500 kilometers, and it is mainly made up of nickel and iron, so that it is called as NiF, Ni, nickel, and Fe, ferrous. And the central core has a very high temperature and pressure that no one can go there. It is so hot that no one can reach there. Next, rocks and minerals. Any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth's crust, that is called as rock. And in rock, we have three major types, and those are igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, metamorphic rocks. Now let us come to know about the first one, that is igneous rocks. Actually, when molten magma cools, it becomes solid. Rocks thus formed are called as igneous rocks, and in igneous rocks we have two types. The first one is intrusive rocks, and we get these intrusive rocks when molten magma cools down deep inside the earth's crust and rises to the top. And the second type is extrusive rocks. These rocks are formed on the crust during the cooling of magma. Second one is rocks roll down, crack, and hit each other and are broken down into small fragments. These smaller particles are called sediments. These sediments are transported and deposited by wind, water, etc. And these loose sediments are compressed and hardened to form layers of rocks, and the same layers of rocks are called as sedimentary rocks. And the best example for sedimentary rocks is sandstone. Third one is metamorphic rocks. Igneous and sedimentary rocks can change into metamorphic rocks under the great heat and pressure, like clay changes into slate and limestone into marble. Children, you may think, why do we need rocks? Of course, being localite, if I ask you the same question, You will give many answers, ma'am, for the construction of houses, buildings, isn't it? And even we use it at the time of construction of roads and in playing too. The process of transformation of the rock from one to another is known as the rock cycle. Like igneous rocks are broken down into small particles and transported and deposited to form sedimentary rocks. When these rocks are subjected to heat and pressure, they change into metamorphic rocks. Rocks are made up of different minerals. Minerals are naturally occurring substances which have certain physical properties and definite chemical composition, so that we get different colors of varieties of rocks. Minerals are useful to mankind. These are used in industries, medicine, fertilizers, and in many more things. Okay children, here your lesson ends. If you get any doubts, please contact me. Take care children.